All right, so tiny-faced conservative propagandist Charlie Kirk has been pretty down bad recently, and I got a clip here for you guys that was from a couple of days ago where he went on a comedian show and his views on abortion were put to the test, and let's just say he did not stand up to the scrutiny. So without further ado, let's watch this clip because I think it gives us a pretty good insight into where the conservative movement is at right now in terms of their views on abortion.
Question, do human beings have tails?
I'm not exactly sure the essence of the question.
Do human beings have tails? Do you have a tail?
You know, I have never met anyone with a tail. I'm not exactly sure the
Exactly, but fetuses have tails. Kind of proves that at that phase they are not a human being. They got tails. Humans don't have tails. We're not dinosaurs. Let me even show you a photo if I may, okay? Do you truly, in your heart of hearts, truly believe that this is a human being? This?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt?
Yes.
This is a dolphin fetus.
So let me...
Without a doubt, a dolphin fetus is a human being. This is a human fetus. Look how similar they look, but quite different. Dolphin. You just confirmed that a dolphin, in life, do you confuse dolphins for human babies often?
So let me
ask you a question. You go to SeaWorld and you're like, someone's got human babies in that aquarium. Get the human babies out of the aquarium.
Well, you labeled it as a human fetus.
No,
so
I did not.
That dishonestly.
No, I did not.
Right, okay, so you see there at the end, he tries to bail himself out and say, like, you labeled the pictures, which if you see from the clips there, he absolutely did not label the pictures, okay? Charlie Kirk just asserted there with the utmost confidence that he knew, looking just from that picture, that that was a human fetus. And okay, listen, this is just, again, a tiny picture into how ridiculous the conservative view on all of this is, okay? The conservative view on abortion is entirely arbitrary, and you see that because of how confident he was in his answer there, even though he was completely wrong. That was not even a human fetus, not even a member of the same species, and yet Charlie Kirk is showing how confident he is in being that wrong, okay? But again, this is just a tiny picture in their broader view of abortion. This is the exact reason why we have completely arbitrary laws that are being placed in states like Texas, put in place in states like Texas, where they arbitrarily set the cutoff point at 6 weeks, okay? With the full intention, the actual underlying intention of preventing abortions outright, but they'll say things like, oh, this is a heartbeat bill because a fetus is, technically a human when they first have a heartbeat or something like that, and they'll just set up these entirely arbitrary standards. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if I have all of the answers or as if I am the guy who is going to be the one person who understands exactly when a fetus turns into a full human being or anything like that. But I think that the constitutionally set standards that were outlined in the Roe v. Wade decision are pretty good, right? If you're going to say that you can no longer have an abortion past the point where a fetus is viable outside of the womb, then I think that's a pretty fair compromise cutoff point, basically, for when abortions should be legal and accessible to all women, as again, they are a constitutionally protected right that people like Charlie Kirk would absolutely love to get rid of. So again, I'm bringing this to you guys not to pretend as if I am some guy who's going to be able to exactly determine, but exactly when a fetus is viable or anything like that. But the broader picture of this is that conservatives believe in authoritarianism, even though people like Charlie Kirk and other conservative propagandists go out there and they pretend to be all about freedom and liberty. What they actually want is perfectly exemplified in this clip, okay? Charlie Kirk believes in controlling women's bodies. They believe in the federal government, the state and local governments having full control over a woman's bodily autonomy. And so this is why I support abortion, is because I actually am somebody who does believe in freedom and liberty for all Americans, right? That is why I am opposed to the authoritarian structure of our capitalist system. That is also why I am opposed to the government stepping in and telling women that they are not able to get access to an abortion. And by the way, even if you do restrict abortions in the ways like Charlie Kirk and other conservative propagandists like himself would want to be implemented, it would be not only incredibly repressive, but it would also not work, okay? Banning abortions does not actually result in the situation where women just magically don't get abortions and they're able to raise a child and have a fantastic situation with that. All it does is it makes it much more dangerous for women to get access to abortion. So it's just a completely ridiculous position that conservatives have and always will be coming from this debate from. But you get a glimpse from this short little clip here from this comedian. And again, I don't really know any of his other takes or anything like that, so I can't really speak on behalf of this comedian. But in this clip, he's basically exposed for the entire fraud that this arbitrary standard of where we should be cutting off abortions is within the conservative movement, okay?